allow the two
It's okay. It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. Off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. My egun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo.
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Bó bá ṣe àní Máyégún máa wí. Ó sì tún ṣe eré.
There is an ongoing chaos, pandemonium in Ibadan. As you are watching this video, if you are watching it live and you are watching from Ibadan, I know a lot of people are also confused. People are saying that it's a bomb blast. Others are saying it's a gas explosion. But currently, we have no idea what caused the current explosion in Ibadan. And we also don't have a clue how many people have been killed and what is really happening. But we will know before the end of the night.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Thank you so much for joining me. Please share this broadcast. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. Read the caption of the broadcast, the description of the broadcast, and please share it and pay your offering, like the video.
I could not move for like a minute. I'm telling you.
For me?
No, your flash.
You got this. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá ayé ẹ̀sùnra yìí aṣòfin tí ń rúfin òwò ayé ẹ̀sùnra yìí òkúra olóṣèlú ayé ẹ̀sùnra yìí ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra yìí ayé ẹ̀sùnra yìí.
Motide, and sorry for the late start. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun live. As we were about to hit the studio to start this broadcast, the news broke that there is an explosion or explosions in Ibadan. What caused that currently is yet to be ascertained. At first, it was reported as bomb blast. For people in areas like, Bodija, those who are around there, I think I have a list of this. Those who are around there, Agbowo, Songo, Bodija, they were the earlier people who kind of raised the alarm. What is this? And so many properties have been destroyed. As you are watching this, we believe that when the night is over, all right, in the morning, we believe that we'll have the full report. But currently, I am going to kind of hold on to it and wait for further information on this. Because the other day, when they said that the Nigerian army, that they mistakenly dropped a bomb in Kaduna, part of what the jihadist Sharia North, part of what they were angry of is that how come that it is only in northern Nigeria that the military always have, sort of bombed civilian mistakenly, that it has never happened anywhere in the West. It hasn't happened in the East and all that. So a few weeks after that, this is happening. That's why I'm kind of like, we'll hold on and wait till morning when we actually know what happened and how many casualties. And if there is none, right, of course, people will probably just want to kind of, let's move on. I won't say much on that. But let's come back to the primary, the primary convo tonight. And like I said, as I am kind of doing this right here, right, immediately I get any new information that pops in on this Ibadan explosion, I'm going to drop it live in this conversation. So apparently, the Betta Gate has the endorsement of Koolu. However, except for the time that she sort of mismove when she made a request for 583 million to be transferred to a private account of one of our vendors, their SPV as usual, right? But in November, there is a memo that came out, and it was about 3 billion naira. You know, in Nigeria, what the criminals in Nigeria, what they do is not to fight poverty, okay? They are only there to manage poverty, all right? So this memo popped out yesterday, and it was from the office of Gbajabiamole, where it was approved, that Betta Edu should spend 3 billion naira to review their, what do you call it? Palliative verification their national social register. This is meant to be the register used by Owerri for 8 years. Now, just to review it, 3 billion naira was approved. I mean, since this Betta Edu and Edugate came to light, they have already exposed over 7 billion naira stolen by these crooks through these bogus contracts review register. Remember that the Interior Minister, Olubunmi Ojo, Tunji Ojo Abi, Olubunmi Ojo Abi, whatever, the guy said the job that his wife does for the ministry was to review the register of the social investment where they are sharing money to them for Ekiti. And their paid auctions, they also came out to say the money was not paid to Olubunmi Ojo's company, led by or managed by his wife. That it wasn't paid to her as a consultancy fee. It was paid to her because the money would then be shared to the poorest Nigerians. But that is not what their document says. Their document is not talking about who has been paid or who hasn't been paid yet. They haven't even opened the book yet. What they are currently opening is that Betta Edu paid out over 7 billion naira in bits like that since she became minister, to people to consult, others to put the register together, bring the list. We don't have list in Oshun. We don't have list in Uyo. Okay, you know what? Mayegun, can you go and bring us the list from Cross River as well as Akwa Ibom? But I'm not from Akwa Ibom. I don't know anything about Akwa Ibom. You don't need to know anything about Akwa Ibom, my friend. Send your bank account details. So they have already expended over 7 billion. You see this 3 billion that Gbajabiamole said thiefnubu has approved. The money no today. This is supposed to be COVID-19 palliative money. You know, say Emefiole is already been accused of stealing over 100 billion of COVID money that people donated, contributed during COVID, while the rest of you were locked down, locked up. I've been a lockdown. You were locked down. Your business is shut down, right? You see, when people were giving money to to your government, they were banking the money. And at a point, they shared the money. They shared the money in the name of the Ministry of Disaster and Poverty. Is the one to come and meet all of you, the poor people. Now, COVID money that was supposed to be shared to all of the poor Nigerians, maybe about 3 years ago. That COVID money left over is what they now used to pay consultants to go and review the register and see if the register that Owerri said is been using is genuine, If the people are real and all of that stuff, 3 billion naira. That one is just to pay them. The ones that caused this trouble, 583 million. It was when there is no access to the account where she normally take the money from. She decided, all right, to write a memo straight to the accountant general. Like, listen, could you please pay this person this amount of money? And we're like, no, that's not how it's done. You will need to take this again, like the 3 billion. You will need to take it to the Federal Executive Council. Once it is approved, thiefnubu approve it, then we'll send the money to the normal account in your ministry. It is you from your ministry that we then pay whoever you want to pay. Because when we ask for account of how you spend the money, you will be the one to say, this is how we spend the money we received. That's the protocol. Well, that's what they told her anyway. However, like some people said that it is either, they just want to throw her under the bus, all right, by releasing all of these memos, including the one she sent to Accountant General. But now, we now realize that the stealing before the audacity, the confidence that Betta has, or more better, the audacity that she had to approach the Accountant General for over 500 million naira was simply because she's been like, raising memo on monies that have already been legally approved by thiefnubu and gang, especially Gbajabiamole. And as it is, I'm not telling you all of this because probably you have anything to do about it. No. I am telling you all of this simply because when you sit down, all right, and you try to kind of figure out why everything is not working in Nigeria, before you begin to believe that there are some evil spirits that kind of enter your politicians the moment they have access to power, and all other imaginary nonsense that you probably put in your head to excuse this stealing. If people, the poorest people in Nigeria, if they genuinely put the 3 billion, be 7 billion into the system, where people without all this intermediary party agency that are now contractors, all these party dancers, political jobbers who are suddenly businessmen and women, starting different businesses only to become contractors, middlemen. If the system really want to help the people to impact on their lives and not to put money in the pocket of, minute few, all right, then, like easily, you know what 3 billion, you know what 7 billion would do. Do you know what 2.6 trillion would do in the life of the alleged poorest Nigerians? 2.6 trillion naira. That is how much Shadia said she shared in 4 years under Bukwari. Pastor Ruga hasn't given any account of what he spent when he crashed his helicopter in Kogi in the process of sharing money to the poor people, Do you know if that 2.6 trillion naira actually went to the real people that needed it, not to the pocket of their party members? Do you think poverty will be this high in Nigeria? Let's just kind of imagine it, you and I. And then again, you just think of this. Between myself, who is trying to let you understand the real problem, and the people behind the problems, right? Their actions that are affecting the lives of, including you that is watching me right now. Whether it is me that is the enemy of Nigeria, or those who told you that they are working and they are going to lift 100 million of you out of poverty. Meanwhile, what they are doing is to actually cash out on you. While you are waiting for them to fulfill what they told you, they are already cashing out. Billions of naira are already in private pockets while you are waiting. A lot of you are still waiting right now before this scandal broke. And it is just one single ministry. Take a look around you. They have 48 ministries. Abi, how many they get? Well, 48 ministers, sha. I think 24 ministry, Abi 25. Because when they have one minister, they have junior. When they have one minister, they have junior. A lot of you are asking, why is the security situation is now it's getting worse, it's getting worse. It's because the two former governors who happen to be the Minister of Defense and the Junior Minister of Defense and the Minister of Defense for states, these are two rogues, Badaru and Matawale. And do you know that in the space of the time these criminals came in, they have not only just budgeted, they have also expended over 400 billion naira fighting insecurity. Do you know that? Yet, a soldier in Nigeria is only being paid $50 or $42. That's the salary of a soldier in Nigeria. Meanwhile, you see all these billions. They have been paid, the money is out. You remember their supplementary budgets now, or have you forgotten? Supplementary budget, they've expended that. Where a wiki came out the other day and he said, out of 90 billion that he asked for, he has already received over 61 billion and he has already disbursed that. That's where a wiki. Now, what about if you begin to kind of dip your hand into their pocket, you will know where your money went and why the insecurity continue to increase. But they continue to tell you, we are doing everything. We are working to like that. So who is the enemy? Myself or your criminal leaders? Thiefnubu was in Owerri yesterday. And it was there for Hopless Uzordinjo's second term. And as usual, he started his gibberish. He started his balablu, senseless talks. But you can pick 1, 2, 3 from and kind of try to make sentences out of maybe 1, 2, 3 things you can pick from what he said. For example, the hardship is you should endure that. And then for those who don't japa, or those who are living in Nigeria, all of you who don't japa, nobody go miss you per se. Thiefnubu promised the Owerri youth that they shouldn't japa, don't japa. I will train all of you that will replace all the people that japa. Train them in what? He got to a stage that Obasanjo had to get up and he stood up and he walked away. And you know what happened? When Obasanjo was walking away, the next thing, Thiefnubu Agbero, Igbin Ragbiji, Omota, the guy in that town, Shabi. It was like that. Sean Baba, something like Sean Baba, I'll save Johnny Baba. Baba, save Johnny Baba. I was Nigeria lay alone. Let me take you to that Owerri. Again, see, as you are coming with me to Owerri, I want to kind of say something. It is a caveat. All right? Listen, do not sit there and be expecting any sensible thing from Thiefnubu. I told you and I'm warning you ahead now. It's all gibberish. But to some of you who are going to watch it and listen, right? Just pretend that you are listening to a crowned king, and currently performing a circus. Unfortunately, there are some people who believe him. That is the most unfortunate part of it. Do not begin to raise your up. Like, what is he saying? What is he talking about? Because I'm still taking you to Abuja tonight, where they were praising Bokuwari. Femi Oponu Adeshina wrote a book about Bokuwari. Let's go to Owerri first. Koolu, please.
I stand before you to say you have gone through twists and turns of democracy. You've been through some aspect of hard decisions. Each time I watch the news and see one frame or the other, one pain or the other, associated with the removal of subsidy, just remember that among you, your families are pregnant people. The day of birth is the day of pain. You go through the labor pain. When you see or you hear the voice of the baby, your pains are gone and you are relieved. Nigeria is at it. The last 40 years, some very few people were cornering our commonwealth, calling it subsidy. I call it wasteful and thievery. But right now, we are going through the pain. We are sharing that pain. But today, we are inaugurating a man's second term, a renewed hope. And that is why I am here. To guarantee you that hope, that things are looking up. Things are getting better. And it will get greater and better for the common good of the Nigerian public. We just need to work hard, be more patient, persevere, and you have consistency in governance. Don't worry. With me here is hope. The real hope. Say it again. I assure you, there will be substantial development in the education of your children. You will see the priority in industrialization. Healthcare will receive more allocation and more attention. Don't worry about what you are hearing about the japa syndrome. We will train more people. and we can supply them safe.
Nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
Sometimes if you just take a look, first question is, could you make any sense out of all he said? So that I won't be the one that maybe maybe I'm the only person who probably has a comprehension problem. Could you make any sense out of all he said? The president of Nigeria. And 5 minutes there. There is more, but there's no point in bothering you with all of that. Don't worry about japa syndrome. Are you sure?
Let me tell you something. I have gone further to negotiate with the European Union companies and Canadian companies. They are sending us special areas of digital skill, which our youth will also learn. And by December this year, 4,000 Imo youths will be employed in Europe. And once the employment letter comes, the governor will pay for your 8 tickets.
Nigeria is so corrupt, which I regret the day I was born in this country. It's unfair. This is unfair now. This is unfair.
In December 2023, this was last year. I don't know if the employment letter from Europe for this Imo youth, if they have arrived yet, or maybe the 4,000 have already left Nigeria. Let me tell you something where you will know that Nigeria is completely hopeless, helpless. Nigeria is done for a long time now. We have been living a lie. But don't worry, okay? If you have not reached that your own stage of, what do you call it? Reality, you are going to get to reach at that stage. These guys, in 8 years, they lost over 30,000 professional medical practitioners to the West. Just late last year, the report came that out of 30,100 registered laboratories in Nigeria, out of 30,100, only 16 or so thousand came back to the registered to renew their licenses. Meaning, Nigeria health sector has been so destroyed, and the brain drain that sector has suffered because of the neglect from these criminals can best be imagined. Now, you know something. People are leaving Nigeria for so many reasons. The primary of those reasons is because of insecurity. And all you need is to just find any excuse to get out of Nigeria. That is the popularity of japa. They are not interested in ending insecurity. They are planning to make money from it. They are making money from it rather. They are not planning to end the brain drain. They are planning to make money from it. These guys are planning to make laws that every Nigerian that is employed in any part of the world, their employer must, as a matter of law, remit a certain percentage of their earnings back to Nigeria, because according to them, Nigeria, education is cheap in Nigeria. But because Nigerians don't have jobs, right? They just leave the country. The rest of the world kind of benefit from that brain drain. So Nigerian criminals are not planning to end the brain drain. They are planning to make laws in order to be able to tax you, me, everybody, because we're educated by Nigeria, according to them. So that's what thiefnubu was saying, because they are already saying it. The dumbos are already telling themselves that it can work. Of course, it can work. If you don't pay it, you can never get Nigerian passport, and you can never get this, or they will just put some conditions until they begin to take money. So they don't care if all of you want to leave Nigeria, leave Nigeria. Doctors or professionals, they don't care. Because according to them, maybe that's going to be a market. Let's train them. Let's give them this education and whatever it is, right? And then if the world want to take them, because we don't have any use for them, they can take them, but they need to give us money. This was where Obasanjo probably just left, like, we're a little Benny. Because I'm now. I mean, I think I have a picture. Look at them. They met. This is two of them. This is the man on the left is 70 years old. Football age. The man on the right, Obang Paro, is about 88, Abi 89. Sorry, I think I'm exaggerating, Abi. He's about 85. Obasanjo is an old man. If he's not even 90, Gonself. What is Obasanjo's age again? Remind me. So, but the one on the left, usually called the one on the right Baba. However, everyone who knows their history, sure you get, they will understand the meaning of that picture. Okay? If it's for Obasanjo, people like thiefnubu will probably be in jail. But thank the politics of ethnic and religion that thiefnubu is a master. That's why till tomorrow, there is a section of the Yorubas that kind of believe that Obasanjo is not Yoruba. A lot of you may not believe that this actually came from the likes of thiefnubu and their camp. That's why if they cook propaganda against you, Baba, it go take, I don't know what it go take to clear you. thiefnubu and gang then get that tool before social media came. Now that social media can't neutralize them small. Sure you get the way they will rope you, and at the end of the day, Baba, Obasanjo, they will tell you, I know what I'm saying. Obasanjo is Igbo. And there is actually this racist, xenophobic kind of politics that thiefnubu and co play. And they have a way. It's like that politics of Ladoke Akintola in the era of Awolowo. See, all these things you are seeing today, right? They are not new. If you go back to history, if you listen to the audio of Ladoke Akintola, Adeyinka Grandiot, and what he's been doing will not be new to you. And this was somebody who was like a deputy premier of the entire Western region. His politics was crude, it was hateful, it was ethnic, and he never hid it. Back then, Grabayini. That is the politics of thiefnubu. Until tomorrow, there will be Yorubas that will tell you confidently, grown-up men and women, they will tell you Obasanjo is Igbo. Say, his mama was, you know what I mean? Meanwhile, Obasanjo will take you to where his father died and buried in Owu. It will take you to where his mother was died and buried in Owu. But somebody from Gbaja that denied his own father and his own mother, accused him of being Igbo. And there are those who believe. So I think Obasanjo was probably have had enough. He has had enough. He had had enough, and he was like, "Nah, I'm getting out of here." And thiefnubu saw him. His reaction.
And pay attention to our internal security. And today, incidentally, is the Armed Forces Remembrance Day.
Kai, Obasanjo don't verse come out because we are talking rubbish.
Baba, save Johnny. Because he's talking rubbish. But it is Koolu. And I don't know if you have been reading everywhere where they will tell you that he's no longer shaking. He is no longer doing bala blue. He's no longer sick. And they are saying all of these things because every day, the coverage, the package, they are doing their best to make sure that everything is still pretty much like covered and managed and all of that. You know what I mean? Who are the type of people that will actually have access to record him or see him and all that? That is being done. The media will not have one-on-one. But once in a while, it will sleep at events. Even if they give him a speech, right? It will sleep. It will go out of the way and it will go show the true inside, the Koolu that we know. And that's the moment that it will make any sense. It will just talk nonsense, jargons. Sometimes you will think he's talking like they are still campaigning. That is not yet your president, they are still doing campaign. I don't know if you have observed that anyway, but I have severally. Okay. This is a copy of an interview conducted by the BBC Africa, and it's about the Fulani terrorists. You see this segment I'm going to cut off for you. I just want to show you this just so you kind of have a memory of what people experienced under Boko Haram, just to remind you, kind of. And today, they launched 2 books, written by Femi Oponu-Adesina. Now, Femi Oponu-Adesina wrote a book, 2 books, and he called one of them Working with Boko Haram, telling Nigerians what they didn't know about Boko Haram and Boko Haram's government. A lot of people have misjudged him and blah, 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 nonsense. Baba, if no be madness, the report out there is that apart from the looting, Boko Haram being the most corrupt regime in the history of Nigeria, apart from the looting, the destruction of Nigeria economy, is so much like pronounced. The poverty, the insecurity. Baba, till tomorrow, they are still telling themselves that Boko Haram defeated Boko Haram. Before Boko Haram, there was no Fulani terrorist. Under Boko Haram, they became kings. Here is one of them that was interviewed. They have bases, they have everywhere. People see them and all that. They collect the ransom, they take the money, they pay their gun runners and all of that. Nobody is looking for them per se. Do you remember this clip?
This is one of the bandits who led the attack on the girls. It took me 5 months to contact him and another 4 to persuade him to meet. I eventually met Abu Sani deep in the forest. Kana cikin wayanda suka dauka yara a jan gebe 'yan mata?
Kwarai, muna ciki.
Yara nawa kuka dauka, mata nawa kuka dauka?
280.
Shin za ka iya gaya mana dalilin da ya sa kuka dauka 'yan matan nan?
Muka zo mu kuma da kaka ta yi ruwa suka yi sauki. Aka fara turo muna jami'ai inda muke, sai muka ce to bari mu goda ma gwamnati. In ta shiga wannan lamarin matsala ake samu, shi yasa muka zo jan gebe muka dauko 'yan makaranta tunda sun hana mu wuce mu zo gida, dole mu bata mata rai. Muka zo muka dauko 'yan makarantar jan gebe.
To kai kana gani daukan yara da basu san hawa basu san sauka ba daidai ne?
To mu a bisa tsarin mu na ta'addanci shine hukuncin da ya dace da gwamnati. Sai cancanta mu yi ma gwamnati ta gane kuskurinta. Don da bata tare mu ba da ba mu dauko su ba.
Shin wani irin mutum zai shiga daki da yara 'yan mata suke kwance ya dauko su da daddare saboda matsala da yake da wani?
To bari yi maka wani misali wanda kila shi za ka yi fahimta da shi. Ka san an ce idan kai laifi daya za a yi maka wani digo ga zuciya. idan ka ƙara wani za a yi maka ɗigo da haka a ɗige ma zuciya ta zama baƙi irin. To wanda ke irin waɗannan harkokin baya jin ya damu da duk irin abubuwan da ke faruwa saboda bushewar zuciya. Amma mu dai illa abin da zan ce muna ba su haƙuri. Amma mu ba mu ji wata damuwa da irin haka ne sam. Saboda mu iya abin da muke gani mun yi ma gwamnati mun ɓata mata rai shine kawai.
Me yasa kake tunani arewacin Najeriya tana ta lalacewa tana rikicewa da waɗannan matsaloli na tsaro?
Saboda mai da abun neman kuɗi. Saboda shi ne kowa kuɗi yake nema da wannan ɓangare shi aka mayar. Yasa harkoki suke lalacewa tun daga manyan har zuwa ga ƙanana. Kaga su kuma jami'ai can an ce gwamnati ita ma in ana rikici ana turo mata da kuɗi. Kaga ta wancan ɓangaren su ma suna samu. Mu mata nan kaji za a zubar da jini za ka yi da sai amma kuma ai ta yi haka nan.
To kaman yaya bayan an yi maganganu nawa aka biya ko me aka yi aka ba da yara?
Da mun ce za a ba mu miliyan 300. Daga baya aka haɗa mu da wasu aka yi ta maganganu shine dai suka ba da miliyan 60 aka sake su. Haka suka bayar. Miliyan 60 suka bayar aka sake su.
Miliyan 60? Kaga miliyan 60 ɗin?
Da ido na mu muka karɓo su.
To me kuka yi da wannan kuɗin?
Mun ƙaro bindigogi ne da su. Mun sai wasu bindigogi ba don da tun ɗazun ne da na aika an ɗauko ma bindigar da na so da su. In gwada maka ma bindigar da na so da irin kuɗi.
This is one of the bandits who led the attack on the girls. It took...
You saw that? They are like kings. But in Abuja today, where in their usual manner present themselves for the job well done. If Nigeria is not working for you and you can't do anything about it, that is your own fault. For these guys, everything is fine. So let's go to that Abuja. And I'm going to start with Koolu as well. All right. Normally, I was going to probably from security part, go to that same Abuja, or probably let you hear from Wiki. I think we should hear from Wiki because he's talking about that same insecurity. After all the dance and all that over the weekend, right? It was finally doing something or probably pretending to be doing something about the invasion of Abuja. Because right now, they are even asking that they should declare Abuja the unsafest city in Nigeria. In fact, there are other I don't know if you have heard this, but there's a particular conspiracy going on now. You probably haven't heard it, and I'm the one telling you first, okay? The Northerners, they are now, they are pushing so many conspiracies right now just to kind of let their people believe that they cannot trust thiefnubu, okay? They believe that it doesn't give a damn about them, which is true, right? They are right about that one. It doesn't give a damn about you. If you are a Northerner, you're on your own. Listen to me. So they know that. So when thiefnubu and his crew said they are moving some operational offices down to Lagos to decongest Abuja, so people were like, the Northerners like that, they're like, if you want to decongest Central Bank in Abuja, why did you not take them to, let's say, Akwa Ibom? Why Lagos? Lagos that is already choked. So if you are talking about decongesting, so it's not decongesting. No, they are going to move Central Bank finally back to Lagos by the time thiefnubu is done. This is the impression on the Northerners. So sure you get. You see this insecurity that has enveloped Abuja and the kidnappings that continues and is increasing, even though they are telling themselves that everything is fine now. People are just exaggerating. Listen, the Northerners are kind of pushing a conspiracy that, so they will just say, since Abuja is not safe, they should move the Nigerian capital back to Lagos. And with thiefnubu, it will do that. And that will be a slap on the face of the Northerners. And I'm like, anything will go cause wahala between all of you now until you kind of decide to break up this shit or this contraption, save the lives of the people that are trapped in it. It's a welcome development, but with a wiki is pretending to be doing something. Viable TV, give us taste.
Sit down. Sit down, please. The area council chairman. Yes, sir. Buhari is there. Yes, sir. And Nabaj is not here. Secretary, FCD, Commissioner of Police, and others, heads of security agencies that are here, area council chairman, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure this is just for the sake of the press before we're going to a closed door meeting. All of us are aware of the security situation in the Federal Capital Territory, particularly Owerri and some other areas that were witnessed security challenges. Yes, I'm aware that sometimes too the press overblow what is happening, but all of us are concerned as the Federal Capital Territory that has virtually every Nigerian. We owe a duty to make sure that this place is safe. We'll do all we can, and we're sure Nigerians who reside here that there's no need for panic. We're taking every step to make sure that those challenges are things that we must have to resolve. So this meeting is practically to look into such challenges and see how we'll be able to resolve the problems. And that's why we invited all the council chairmen, because they also have a responsibility in their various area councils. So put our head together and come up with solutions. So for the press, it's just for you to know that we are not sleeping. Security agencies are also not sleeping. We provide every support that they require in order to allay the fears of the citizens or residents. And this time around, we will not be happy where area council chairman will abdicate their responsibility and travel out. We have gotten reports that council chairman travel anytime, and then if anything happens, of course, they will not call anybody's name. They will call the FCT minister. Recently, NUT has embarked on strike. It is not because of our fault, it is area council. Primary schools are under the purview of the area councils. But again, it will look as if the ministers are doing nothing, but that is not our responsibility. However, we can't fold our hands. We have invited them to a meeting this afternoon to see how we can also resolve the problem. So, council chairman should know that he must live up to their responsibility. It's not everything that happens, they will say it is the ministers that are not taking steps. So for information, just know that we're doing everything we can to resolve the security challenges.
Nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
Now, let me ask you one question. Those of you who watched that and you listened to him, did it sound like somebody who they just woke up, like you have a press conference with people at 2 o'clock, sir? Oh, no, I'm still hangover. Oh, no, it's the local government chairman that you said we should, the council area chairman that you said we should call to discuss the insecurity in Abuja. Oh, those people don't do anything. Everybody just want to see the minister. Everybody is minister. No, damn it. Sir, they are already here, sir. And, you know, all right, tell them I'm coming. That's the vibe I kind of felt there. That is not somebody who is on top of any situation. He's not on top of any. We are doing everything to possible to make sure that he even said the media is overblowing it. Shame you saw. Did I not tell you that? That may you not become a statistic that they will say the media is exaggerating your situation. Imagine if the terrorists also have, they do have internet. Excuse me, they have internet, right? Imagine if some of them are also seeing the reactions of the government that should come after them for kidnapping you. And they are just like, those are the people in charge of Nigeria. Those are the people that will tell you everything is fine. And then you can tell yourself and say, the minister said everything is fine. No, everything is not fine. You are on your own. And Abuja people, a lot of you are kind of well-to-do. You should be able to afford to buy your own protection. Police cannot protect you. Military cannot protect you. Of course, the government cannot protect you. In this case now, it will even be a better breaking news if they talk, say, in your estate. Imagine those of you. Jesus, Abuja, where some of you feels like you are kind of rich, being cocon here. You move into an estate. Your estate self no even get security per se. Or if it's a security with, I don't know, maybe Shakabula or what have you. And all of them are there inside with a multi-billion naira worth of properties. Or if they put all of it together, they will see like you are into, you are like you worth hundreds of billions of naira. Then terrorists will just walk into that same your estate, break your door, kidnap your children, kidnap your family. So what about we start seeing the news that they approached a house in Kubwa, or they approach a house in Gbaja, or approach a house in anywhere, and when they try to break in, the house owner just down like about 6 of them. Imagine, breaking news, 6 terrorists gone down in self-defense. Wouldn't that be something sweet? Would that be something worthwhile that you are doing for your family? Even if you are somebody who doesn't like gun and all of that, what about you begin to kind of look into few ones that can actually protect you? I mean, it doesn't have to be automatic guns per se, right? Do you know that before you have a gun in Nigeria? So how could you be living in Abuja and you are waiting for terrorists to walk into your house and, like, you know this situation, you are waiting for the criminals who are not interested in you. They've traded you off already. So this is me imagining it. So if I am somebody from Odogbolu Ijebu, and somehow, I move to Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria, there must be something that is going on in my life that will move me to Abuja. If not, what's my business there? What would I do there? So if I haven't, if I now have to like make my family live there, would I count on people like this with a wiki? Would I? Or even your thiefnubu? Me as a Ijebu man living in Glasgow, Scotland. If they kidnap me now, it doesn't mean that if they kidnap me in the UK, okay? Sorry, not that I can't be kidnapped in the UK. Oh. Don't get it wrong. Oh. You get. If there is nowhere that some people can take some people, there will be no word called kidnapping. You know, say kidnapping or kidnappers, they are English words, which means there are kidnappers everywhere. Well, you see this me, low budget Will Smithy. If they kidnap me in Scotland here in Glasgow, number one, it is not just the entire people in Glasgow that will be aware and be looking for me. It is the entire people in Scotland and the entire UK. The news will spread beyond UK and it will spread to Europe. As the news continues to spread, it's going to enter Nigeria. Everybody will know that Otijima Yegungbeo in Glasgow. But there's something you can be assured of. Even if my kidnappers kill me, you know the justice that I'll be smiling like that as I enter the cloud to go and meet the sky daddy. Is the fact that very soon my kidnapper will be on the next flight too. My kidnapper will be on the next flight too. It will only be lucky not to kind of catch the next flight. If somehow, it kind of surrender and just, okay, take me. And you will never see him again or her. That's guaranteed. There is nothing called immunity. You will never see that person again. Live. And that is called justice. In Nigeria, if that didn't happen here, if my own first minister, the Scottish first minister, is not in the country, it will return immediately. It doesn't matter whatever it is there is involved in, or any assignment is doing abroad, it will return immediately to Scotland. If it becomes something bigger, that a day, 2 days, they haven't found me and they believe that this is somebody who is a politically exposed person, this is not ordinary, this could be act of terrorism. If they heighten it, the UK Prime Minister, it will become something that they will even discuss in their parliament. But in Nigeria, come on, nobody cares about anybody. It's only when the media begin to talk about your case, so these criminals in government will now pretend to be, oh, yeah, sorry about what happened. We are going to do everything to make sure that we help you. We go and ask all the victims of Nigeria. Nobody reach out to them. You will deal with the trauma for the rest of your life. So how much is getting your own personal protection will be, even if you are going to die, or even if anything is going to happen? Won't you smile to heaven that at least in defense of yourself and your family household, you manage to shorten the numbers of the assailants and the criminals, that they do not return back alive? I'm saying this because I'm saying if I'm living in Abuja, it will be so stupid to kind of pretend that all of this is not happening. And you are just chasing the money and all of that. And while you are chasing the money, you are back home one day, one night, and there you are thinking about how it's going to be tomorrow again, and bah. Before you know it, they don't kidnap you inside your house. And there you are. Everybody have to go and raise 100 million, 200 million, 500 million. You just have no idea what the ransom is going to be. You yourself will be the one to be like, is this going to be my end? And it's not just Abuja, it's everywhere. All right. So the explosion in Ibadan is not being treated as bomb blast, okay? They are not treating it as bomb blast. They are treating it as a gas explosion. Gas explosion that could be heard as far, it could be heard in distance of over 10, 15 kilometers away. We'll wait till tomorrow. For now, they said 2 people are dead. And they have no idea of how many people injured. I have seen videos of people's shattered body. I have seen videos of people's burnt body, like, burnt with clothes and all that. I can't share that with you. And I bet a lot of you would have seen them too. Just like I told you, when the information pops in, I will share them with you. Listen to this lady.
Sorry, please come again. Sorry, good evening. Sorry, please come again. What really happened?
No, not there, but my mom stays in Adeyi.
Okay.
With my sister and my son.
Okay.
So they are badly injured. The house demolished on them.
Demolished on them?
Yes,
Fuck.
they're stitching their legs, their hands.
They are still in the hospital now.
Yes,
which hospital are they now?
Redeemer Hospital.
Redeemer Hospital. Beside the small, right? Yes. Oh, fuck. All right, God will see them.
Amen. So the explosion, right, as collapsed some buildings while people are inside. So that's why we have no idea the number of casualties and the number of injured and the number of the extent of the damages. But they were in Abuja today giving themselves pat on the back. Well done. You promised not to interfere, to interfere in my government. And you have not interfered in my government. That's thiefnubu praising Bokuwari, because Femi Oponu Adeshina is trying to now tell the story of Bokuwari, and they call it history, something that the future generation will read. Do you see why Mayegun's diary political is so crucial and important? This is how they write their bogus history. This is how they wrote the history that Muritala Muhammad is a hero. Obasanjo is a hero. Bokuwari is a hero. They even had to print Muritala's face on one of their currencies. They named airports after him. They named stadiums after him. They named streets after him so that he will never be forgotten, because it was one of the heroes that brought to an end the Biafra genocide. The genocidists were rewarded. Bokuwari, that should be probably like rotting away from for war crimes, he was rewarded. He also became head of state and all that. Then he came back 30 years later to kind of further destroy the lives of those he could. And 63,000, officially 63,115 Nigerians were killed by terrorists. All right. The other data about those who died of hunger, who died of poor health, not being able to afford health care and all that, right? Those, we have no figure of that. But those killed violently by terrorists under this criminal, they are writing a book to retell that so that they can give it to your children and say Bokuwari was one of the greatest Nigerian leaders or dealers. Here is a thiefnubu at the hall where Femi Oponu Adeshina's book about Bokuwari was being launched. Again, this time, right, they kind of gave him a piece of paper to read from, but he's still fired off, as usual, all right? thiefnubu, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for all you've done for this country. You've been a mother, a leader, and a good wife. Thank you. Let me thank the organizers of today's book launch for providing me the opportunity and the ambience to reunite with my predecessor, former President Muhammadu Buhari, since he left the office, May 29, 2023. After handing over, he said, I'm far away in Daura, but if you need me, contact me. But I won't intrude. whatever you are doing. I won't interfere or breathe down your throat. We've partnered to make democracy flourish in Nigeria. President Muhammadu Buhari, thank you. Except when I call him to say, are you leaving? Are you being in the farm? You don't hear from him either to nominate or intrude in the cabinet or complain about occasions. Thank you for being who you are, a civic. When you left the office, you left many barrels and a bunch of tasks for me for continuity. And I told people, I inherit the asset and liability of my predecessor. No matter what I say. We always joke sometimes. And you say you can never please Nigerians. But yours is to focus, work hard, and satisfy your conscience. You have done that. It is reflected here. You serve our country with dedication and a common seal. I was talking to somebody last night that I'll be at this book launch. Said, oh, I remember you sold us Buhari. I said, stop where you are. I'm not talking to you about a disclaimer. I'm talking to you about a program that I really appreciated and will continue to appreciate. Being here face to face with you is being here with a great documentation of history, candor, integrity, and character.
Nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
Do you see what I told you? Eh? That is how they kind of, tell themselves like, I'm Bokwari. That's what they were telling him. Remember, for 8 years, you are doing so well. You have defeated Boko Haram. You have made Nigeria great. And all of you know, say Nigeria don't enter Canaan. Then you sit down there, you don't know if you are to get angry or just to laugh. Because things have gotten to a stage whereby you just be like, man, I don't even know how to react, my ego. But you have to react. You have to tell the people the truth. You have to speak out. When you keep quiet, when you keep your mouth shut, when they do things like this, even they themselves will begin to believe their own lies. Have you not been saying it? They were telling Bokwari that he defeated Boko Haram. Nigeria is safer. They are telling thiefnubu the same thing right now. So if you don't talk, if you don't react, if you don't kind of rejig the people, not only the people that will believe all these lies, even though they know how, the danger they are walking into every day, they themselves know. It's not only the people that will begin to believe what they say, even they themselves will begin to believe. See Bokwari who sat there now, and thiefnubu kind of is like, praise, thank you, my predecessor, my chan. Listen to the other part. Meanwhile, hang on. Currently on YouTube, which is where it is happening, right? I mean, we are over 2,200, right? But I have tried to persuade a lot of you to always remember, right, to like the broadcast. When you like the broadcast, and more of you, I mean, how could we have 2,000 people and we only have just about 500 or 600 of us who have actually like shown that they are here? Please do, right? Now, Koolu, this is the part where they are praising themselves and telling themselves how great they have done. I inherited liabilities and assets. The two words they told him to be using. But when he's talking to you as well, it will be like when he's talking about Bokwari, he has to say, I inherited liability and assets. You inherited a country that is scrap. You can't even sell it for scrap with what they have done with Nigeria. But they are telling themselves, do you understand, that if not for them, it would have been even worse. Here.
The economy was prowling into recession. Boko Haram has taken over so many local governments and some part of our country. It is easy to forget that United Nations building was attacked here in Abuja. It's easy to forget the role of armed forces. But if this book is carefully read and taught in terms of substance in our various schools, the job of securing every inch of our nation may not be completed, but you did a wonderful job. And we will not rest, I promise you, until every agent of darkness is completely eliminated. It's a sovereign country. I'm glad to listen to you making a commitment to my administration for support and real politician, a Democrat in you, that we are still dedicated and committed to our party. The largest party in Africa. Well, I've emulated you. One of those is non-interference, being a Democrat, responsibility for nation building, staying on course. I am determined to do just that because I campaigned for this job. And you told me in our discussions, it's not easy. But I went out there dancing for it, making promises, doing kokuma, doing all kalangos, making music, so I cannot complain. I will be there. In addition to going through the Niger Bridge and many other things we've done, people would not realize the interconnectivity necessary for economic growth in our rail project, in our port project. How vital it is to the economic growth of this nation. A silent worker, a man who is a very, very organized and disciplined individual. President Muhammadu Buhari, thank you for what you've done. To many of you, I thank you for coming to this event.
Fellow Nigerians, this is just the beginning.
Fellow brethren, this is just the beginning. I'm so sorry that it might look like I decided to torment you, as somebody put it there. I did not plan to torment you. And everyone who is familiar with how we see thiefnubu on Mayegun's diary political is like a clown, all right, that is wearing a crown. And if a clown is crowned, what do you expect? Circus. So when you look at thiefnubu, I see Ojopagogo. If you don't know who is Ojopagogo, pick up your phone now. Yeah, pick up your phone and type into the browser O-J-O P-A-G-O-G-O. Ojopagogo. Ojopagogo. Come back and tell me. So when you listen to Ojopagogo, you are not expecting anything sensible. You just want to, like what the Yoruba says, were dun wo, ko se bi lomo. And for those who still have their minds, their brains intact, they could see the embarrassment that Nigeria has become in front of them. It is to remind you every time how down and how low Nigeria have sunk. It is not to torment you at all. It is to remind you that it will continue to go low and low and low. And the way Nigeria is going down and down and down, Baba won a crude oil. And no thanks to these criminals that you see on your screens. Charlatans, inefficient bunch of career criminals. Criminals grow old. Foolish people grow old. Stupid people grow old. And that they are now older will not make them less stupid, less foolish, or less criminal. Do you understand? Because that's exactly what I have seen in the actual job that Femi Oponu-Adesina is trying to cook. Femi Oponu-Adesina is trying to retell the story, the horror of the Boko Haram's regime. And they want to give that to your children in schools. None of my own children will ever touch that nonsense. Working with Boko Haram. The lies. And the division, the destruction of Nigeria with no single responsibility. Come on. Sheung was holding him down on Channel's television. And I love the question he asked him, Femi Oponu-Adesina. It was like, listen, we've seen the result of your 8 years. Nigeria is worse off. The report is coming out now. thiefnubu is just not bold enough to tell Nigerians that Nigeria is done for. Like, what's your pride? What did you put in that book? What are those lies? That's not how he asked the question, by the way, right? I kind of still like it, though. Listen to Femi Oponu-Adesina. He just resurfaced from somewhere, cash out on this, and it's going to disappear. Afterward, you will never hear from him. Even before Femi Oponu-Adesina, guess who came out today as well? Pastor Ruga. It's been a while, isn't it? I mean, yeah, it's been a while. Pastor Ruga was out today too to honor Femi Oponu-Adesina's lies, to repackage and resell Boko Haram. So Pastor Ruga meets I'm sorry, but yeah, Pastor Ruga and El Rufaya, Kaduna Littlefinger, they both met at Bokuwari's book launch today. Now, Littlefinger also spoke there, but I didn't have a copy. But as for Pastor Ruga, Ikene Shatabandu, Agbowori Babaoja, I'm not sure if he is still working as a special advisor to Bokuwari on burial arrangements, condolences visits. Obviously not a trader's money anymore, right? Shadia took that. But Pastor Ruga was there. And as a pastor, he won't stop lying again. This is the one on record before Femi Okunu. Additional, ladies and gentlemen, Pastor Ruga.
Permit me to share a few anecdotes. Femi Additional writes that on the day that the then President Buhari, because this was his first day in office at the villa, he requested him to meet with journalists accredited to the villa in the State House Press Gallery. And the President came in, he shook hands with them, with all the journalists, and as they introduced themselves, he had something to say to each of them. Then when Juliana Taiwo Obaloye introduced herself as representing the Sun newspapers, the President said, warn your cartoonist, warn your cartoonist. My chin is not as long as it usually makes it. Sometime in 2019, I complained to him very bitterly about a libelous comment that was made against me, and that I wanted to give him notice that I would be suing those who had libeled me. And he said to me in his usual style, Professor, don't let these people bother you. Do you know what they did to me recently? They actually printed an invitation card that I was going to get married. On a Friday at the National Mosque. He said, and you won't believe Nigerians. There were thousands of them waiting for me at the National, waiting for me to come and get married. And to tell you that President Buhari was always ready to laugh at himself. Of course, we've heard already from General IBM Haruna retired of how, when he was being criticized about his journeys and all that. But the second part of that story is that
Aguero nìyẹn. Pastor Ruga, their usual star boy. He was their poster boy. They said that Bokuwari will be fighting the physical war with the terrorists. Pastor Ruga will be fighting spiritual war. Abanibati Ogun de. When the Ogun came, at a spiritual war, at a physical war, the terrorists were using Nigerians as a game. Look at that one running. Look at it. Shoot him. Oh, got okay, another one. They were picking Nigerians up like they are, you can't even pick animals up that way. And then they are making videos of them. But I don't think Femi Okunu Adesina put that in his book. Right? Here.
Analyzing and appraising President Buhari's time in office. And one of them is also someone who served in his cabinet. And those descriptions include being ineffective. It doesn't care. As long as it doesn't affect him, he's indecisive.
Who was it?
I mean, there is a former minister who was on the program. He said, look, if Buhari appoints you a former minister of communication.
I watched it.
He said, if Buhari appoints you, he will not even, if you don't go and meet him,
it was twisted. It was twisted.
Did you watch it?
I watched it. I watched Shitu, Minister Shitu. I watched it. Yeah. What he said was that Buhari gave you free hand to run. But it was twisted. It was twisted as being not interested and as being ineffective. I'm sure if you ask Minister Shitu again, the true meaning of all he said, he will tell you that his words were twisted.
Well, I mean, if those who say that when the president gives you a job to do, it just allows you to do it, yes, even when you are failing. There are those who failed in their roles as minister, and the president kept them for 8 years.
You didn't appoint them. You didn't appoint them.
But Nigerians, they serve Nigerians, and Nigerians could have judged them.
Is the appointer that can judge them.
But Nigerians, they were working for Nigerians.
The person, let me quote the good book. It says, who are you that judges another man's servant? It is before his master that he either rises or falls. That's what the good book says. So it is the person who appoints you that can really judge you. I mean, because there must be things he gave you to do by which he will judge you. And if by his own judgment you have met the goals he set for you, then who are you to say such person didn't meet the goal?
How would you describe President Buhari's pace? I mean, this reflections in his pace to handling things. The first attempt in his activities will be appointing ministers, which took him about 6 months to do. And there are those who will say that sluggish tendency affected the economy largely. With a benefit of hindsight, looking at things now, do you think that there could have been a better pace in the former president's handling of some things?
Now look at the first term. Took about that 6 months. The second term, ministers were appointed in August.
After they were sworn in, I mean, after he was sworn in May.
Yes, they were sworn in August.
That's the 4th month after he was sworn.
Yes.
And those who will say that is even still very late.
No.
For someone who is coming back into office.
No, it depends. It depends on what were the variables. In the first term, you
nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
For those of you who probably have forgotten Femi Adesina, like these guys became so arrogant. I mean, so condescending to the point that it was like, you know, they are not responsible to Nigerians. Like, what are you going to do? We are working for Buhari. Nigerians will be telling themselves that you are working for us. And they will say, no. Did you hear where he kind of quoted the Bible? That's what they do. Femi Adesina, a pastor, he was the one who told us that our land or our lives. What is the purpose of your land if you lose your life? So you can choose between your land or your lives. For Fulani terrorists not to kill us, we have to choose between presidential spokesperson. We have to choose between our lands or our lives. The lands are just there. Nobody's really using the land. So they said, just give a small piece. That's what Femi Adesina said. And he's still playing the role, right? Because that's who they are. What are you going to do about it? Maybe nothing. You know? I mean, it's sad, isn't it? And no wonder that Koolu almost prostrated for Buhari here. Ah! Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. That's thiefnubu there. So Showore was at a gathering where they were kind of doing the 20th anniversary of Chief Gani Fawemi's passing. So it don't reach 20 years where Chief Gani Fawemi died. I was thinking that Chief Gani Fawemi died after I left Nigeria in 2012. But they were doing some anniversary that Showore was, and something kind of caught my attention, right? Two things. After sharing, the history of the struggle against oppression, against corruption, against this, da. So Showore reminded the audience that, listen, let's be honest with ourselves, okay? Nigeria is done for, okay? Every effort to try to kind of save her right now, they are just like the last push of a dying horse. If we try, maybe we can resuscitate her. But if we can, Nigeria is going to be dead soon anyway, because a lot of Nigerians have already seceded from Nigeria mentally. There are a lot of Nigerians who have seceded from Nigeria mentally. Do you know that? And any given opportunity like this, they will deny Nigeria. Any given opportunity. And those who have no other options to deny Nigeria, they are waiting for the time that they will be given the options to choose between Nigeria or their own country, independent country out of Nigeria. Showore said that to the audience, and I picked that. The second one was where he also admonished the audience, okay, to join others in amplifying the efforts, the voice in ensuring that a man that is now considered to be illegally being imprisoned, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, everybody should amplify that, add your influence, add your voice, and push this. An innocent man is being locked up because some criminals in Nigeria who are ego or power tripping believes that they can just keep him as a trophy. Those two. I'll start with the first one, where Showore was talking about the injustice in the land. Let's go hear that.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall don't do.
Please, as you all can see, I'm dressed like a lawyer today. Because I hear that lawyers are doing very well in Nigeria, the electoral issues were not resolved, and I think I smile to the back. But on the serious note here, I am glad to be back here to talk about Chief Gani Fawemi. 20 years after he left us, it feels like he's still here with us. And I'm speaking as one of his clients. Before I left Nigeria in 1999, I was arrested in 1998 at the University of Lagos for leading the protest against the military government at the Luga Games. I've already graduated at that point, but I keep going back to campus to cause trouble. So, when I was arrested, I was taken before the magistrate court in the Utimeta. Their goal was to detain me till the games were over, and they succeeded. But something happened that I could never forget. Gani Fawemi sent a Guru SCM today to come to defend me. And when it was time for me to be charged, they accused me of conduct likely to disrupt public peace. And the judge horribly said, yes, please detain, send him to prison. And Gani Fawemi sent somebody to heaven. I think it was around there, that you should tell them that you cannot charge somebody for disturbing public peace at a stadium. You cannot believe that the magistrate did not know this. That at the public theater, and the stadium, you cannot disturb public peace. Because public peace is constantly a disturbance in those places. This is one of my renewing experiences in Ghana. And let me also quickly say that in all this issue of secession that we are all talking about, we have forgotten that we are only worried about people who are seceding at the level of ethnic, organizations. We have forgotten that Nigerians, in their majority, have mentally seceded from this country. Yes, the majority of you are no longer in this country. You are just trapped in Nigeria. That's why you are still here. If an aeroplane were to be sent to Nigeria today and say, "Nobody wants to leave," nobody will be left, including lawyers in this room. Even senators who are sonning might consider leaving. Do you know why? In 2019, and this is very important, you all know I was arrested and tried for treason too. And my lawyer, Femi Falana, was here. So when I was released, Femi Falana said, "Look, Shure, I have been lawyers to a lot of people. Gandhi, Family, Fela, is out. Quickly finish. After you've been granted this bail, don't talk more. Let us handle this matter till you rejoin your family in the US. And when I got out, I found out that Shehu Sani was also arrested and detained. So I went to the EFCC to go and visit him. And it was my visitation that scared them and got him released. Why did I say this? Is that speaking about where we are, you are not talking about the fact that those people who hijack power are still tormenting you. As I'm talking to you, the military was kinder to me when they were in power than the civilian regime. I was kidnapped from a high court in Abuja in front of a judge. The judge ran away, half wig was in the air. The personal bodyguard of the judge was running and the judge was saying, "Wait for me." And the federal high court. Only a few lawyers didn't wait. I'm saying Nigeria has degenerated over these years. So one last thing I will say, and this is very important, it is our impunity that led us to where we are. And I will say, lawyers, you have contributed to that as well. That's a conversation for another symposium in the future. We cannot talk about resolving our problems in Nigeria without talking about the impunity that put people like Nnamdi Kanu in jail perpetually. Because why? Like everybody else, he was tired of Nigeria. There's nobody who is not tired of this Nigeria. Yes. But except probably me, because I'm the only person who traveled abroad, carry my setbacks to come and be detained in Nigeria for 4 years now. Maybe I'm the only one. But I'm sure a lot of people are tired. Without resolving the issue of justice, natural justice, you can never have peace and progress in this country. And most importantly, we can make progress with reforms, but we can never have liberation without a revolution. Thank you very much.
In the time of poverty like this, the economic principle of Yusuf is what everybody should apply in his own lives. Eat little, save more. You don't know what is happening. Kese la nri lowo, makasakasa timbo. A dollar was just 800 naira or thereabout a couple of months ago. Now a dollar is over 1,000 naira. How much will it go? Nobody knows. Tori to nse falafulu. Ogba salary ikilawa. Ìgbéraga week. Gbéra rẹ̀ sanle láìpẹ́. Eat little and save more. Ayé tá ń jẹ chicken kọ́ la wà yìí mọ́. Ayé shawarma kọ́ mọ́. Ayé ice cream kọ́. Mú gààrí. Jẹ pọ̀nmọ́. Gbàgbé táwọn doctor sọ pé kò ní nutritional value. Kí ló fẹ́ nutritional value pẹ̀lú kíní? Jẹ pọ̀nmọ́. Mú gààrí orí ẹja. Wallahi kò rẹ́rìn. Bọ̀ọ̀bá lọ ṣe fàlàfòlò pẹ̀lú owó ìyà ó jẹ ọ́ bákẹ́. This is the time to save more. Kálukú ló mọ tí ń san lówó school àwọn ọmọ nísìn. I started by paying 25,000 naira per term 2 years ago. Last year, 50,000. Wallahi, this year is 100,000 per child. Now, imagine having 4 kids going to school and I have to pay over 1.2 million naira in a year. Divide my salary in a year by 2. How much will remain?
That is how much will remain. Like that. That's how they have like, yeah, pass on, kick. Life, we long kick, be boy, anyway, but like, well, I kind of like, you know me, I like Ade Jackson, okay, Ade dancer, all right, and I didn't even know that he's also a sporty person, that the people of Ede, you also have Aguero, Ede Aguero, God damn it, man. So yeah, the joke is on everyone, where you probably hope that these charlatans, these pickpockets, these criminals, that they are going to, for any reason, they are going to actually do what they say they are going to do. Somebody sent me a message today. In fact, it is someone who is really close to me, and they said it's an email from their bank in Nigeria. I don't know if you have received the same email. If you have bank accounts in Nigeria, I don't get bank accounts in Nigeria, so I have nothing to lose. So they said that if you receive money from abroad, all right, that is above 10,000 naira, kind of, so they will need to take some percentage from it as something charges. Let me see if I can get that up and read it to you. So that was sent to me by a very close person, right? They said that please be informed that the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, in line with the Finance Act 2020 and Stamp Act 2004, has directed all money deposit banks to charge and remit the Electronic Money Transfer Levy, EMTL, from inward foreign currency. You know, your foreign currency, if you put them in the account in Nigeria, sure you get. So what they now explain it, they said, this means that when you receive foreign currency equivalent of 10,000 naira and above in your account, a fee of 50 naira in the value of the currency, of the foreign currency received will be charged to your bank account from January 2nd, 2024 and remitted to the federal government of Nigeria. You've heard me call them pickpockets, Abi. I call them scroungers. Scroungers are people who live off other people, okay? Scavengers are those who live off other people too by stealing from them, possibly. If they can't get it from you, they take it from you. Anyway, all right? You remember I also called them pickpockets. They do not need to put their hands in your pocket. You have bank accounts, right? They want a slice of everything you've got. Anything they can lay their hands on. But you cannot ask them what are they doing with the money. You can't. Because what do you think they do with the money? To finance their luxury lives now, expensive, first class, and whatever life that they are living in the poverty capital of the world. So these are chancers, the people that rob people officially. Okay? So yeah, that one is up. And indeed, inflation is also up. And they are lying to you about that too, aren't they? Anyway, I'm just going to kind of stop here. Okay? I am going to go make myself another cup of tea. Then we will take calls, or I will take calls rather. Okay? So let me put the line on, and then hopefully I will be speaking to you soon too, okay? So the update on my fundraiser, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who has reached out to me. You know, every penny counts. You know that. On PayPal, on... why do I always remember Give, Send, Go instead of GoFundMe? All right. So share on GoFundMe, as well as those who have reached out to me through the banks and all that. So thank you very much. So I'm happy to tell you, today that my fundraiser, in all of them right now, is now somewhere around 3,200 pounds sterling. So which means it depends on who is kind of listening, all right, or who is counting. So that simply means that in 2 days, the people on Mayegun's Diary Political, all of you, the brethren, are good people here. You've actually put together over 5 million naira for me, and I will always be grateful to every one of you, the generous ones, right? Including those of you who have also been able to share this and kind of let people see it. It's not a secret. In the next few days, I will officially probably take you on a tour of the place. And in the next 1 month, right, I should officially be speaking to everybody from the Temple of Truth. You will now be able to call it Temple of Truth. Anyway, let me go make myself a cup of tea. When I get back, I'll take calls, okay? So if you are still pretty much, interested in participating, there's no pressure, there's no rush, okay? There's no rush. So to those who are still willing to be part of this, my goal is 15,000 pounds. And I believe that you can help me get there, right? You can help me get there. Right then, so I'll be right back. To those who probably listened to me and they liked the video, like when I called, thank you. And to those who are yet to actually like the broadcast, you should do so. When I get back, I will take calls. Don't go anywhere yet. Kind of always like that clapping. It was so like rhythmic kind of, right? So thanks so much again for being there. I have a caller that I've kept on the line for about a minute now, okay? and I hope he's still there. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, MD.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Yeah, good evening. And good evening to all the members of the Temple of Truth.
Yeah,
the temple where the truth is told without hindrance, without fear, and without any guilt in our heart. Thank you, Mayegun, for everything you have been doing so far, and for the Tukano might that God Almighty will continue to let it be louder and louder and louder.
Amen to that.
Thanks for today's episode.
So,
Mayegun, let me ask you a question. And maybe somebody with a spiritual this can just interpret it to me. I saw something in my dream yesterday, until today it's still bugging me. What does it mean when you see a president of your country in a dream?
Is that the question?
Yes.
I probably have no idea what that means, but maybe if there is a context, like what he's doing in that dream, that can give us an idea, you know what I mean? But look, seeing him in your dream could be because you are just thinking of him.
Yeah.
Or possibly
Thank
thinking
you,
about Nigeria
Mayegun.
before you went to bed.
Not really.
What he did in that dream that will now give us, or maybe somebody who is spiritual will know better than myself, like you said, sir. So I may not be the qualified person to answer that. So yeah.
Yeah, yesterday after the dream, I just Googled what it means to see a president of a country. Then there's a lot of things were said there. But seeing this kind of a president, Koolu, in this, and I just somebody just summoned me to his office, and I went there. I greeted him. He sat down, and just like his office, just like an office with a open, with a transparent mirror. Then he sat down there looking at me and was smiling. Then it occurred to me that I said, "What is the meaning? Me, Koolu,
what is the connection?
Seeing him in his office? That is just the thing." So I still don't understand, but I just at the end of the day,
maybe we should read.
Then, like,
maybe we
what
should read the comment, you and I. Now that you have thrown it open, right? So maybe now we can read the comments and somebody will probably give us an idea, but don't read those ones that are going to be kind of laughing at you and saying things that are not related. Well, you know what I mean?
You know, like you've already answered the question. It depends on the situation. The president of a country, when you see him in a dream and what he does is telling you something about the situation of the country. The man sitting down there looking at everything that is happening within his vicinity, and he doesn't give a who. He doesn't even
acknowledge what is going on. He just said, I know it is hard. I know because of subsidy and all of that. He's not even living in the present.
Yeah. So Mayegun, that is the thing. So with all this Femi Adesina and others are just saying, I put it there. Nigeria is just like a circus. Yeah. Nigeria is a circus, and the people there, they are mobs. Give them debt, and they will applaud you for it. When I see people laughing and clapping for these lunatics in the government, when they are talking, when they are blowing their mouth, I mean, and the people are clapping. You know, some people might be laughing and all those stuff, but it angers me. It makes me to be more angry that does these people know exactly what is going on in their life, how these people are destroying them and shove it into their ass and shove it into their nose, shove it into their mouth, and they'll still be looking at you and they'll be laughing. Everything, God will take control.
I know.
Yeah, and you see, they call them, before they do anything, they'll say, Your Excellency, your whatever they are calling them. Say, what is this what is dishonorable people? And you I mean, anyway, Mayegun, just to say thank you for this thing, and let others take control.
Thank you very much.
But I don't think I still call you in my dream again.
You will not see him again. The next time you see him when he's laughing, just psychologically put that in your mind. Put that in your mind now. Punch him in the face.
Yeah.
Punch him and make sure he
Straight
goes
away.
over. It's a dream. If they want to arrest you, wake up.
Of course.
Do you understand? Because that's what we tell people. We say like, Baba, if you go to bed hungry, Baba, just picture like you are going to go to Mr. Biggs in your dream, or you are going to go to Tantalizer in your dream. Just go in there, eat anything and eat everything. Order for everything in that your dream. Once they say pay, you wake up. That's it. So when you see Koolu next time, punch him harder in the face. Don't try that with me again. Don't ever show up in my dream again. When they want to arrest you, wake up. Nothing will happen. Baba, you have a good one, sir. Okay. Thanks a lot. So I have another caller on the line, and that will be the Prince Jejeman. Sir.
Good general.
The Prince. How are you? You forgot yourself. You are laughing. Who is cracking you up there? The Prince.
You, I say they push our face.
Add one. Now. If you see Buhari for your dream, what you go do? You get one guy we talk say they were interviewing him and can you tell us the situation of this country and what is your view and all that? I don't know if you remember this video, right? The guy looked back, he was in Warrior or so, right? He said, tell Buhari say if I catch him, if I catch him, say what you go do him? If me and Buhari want to, you remember that video? Yeah. That can only happen in your dream. And if I see Buhari in my dream, I go punch him.
I'm telling you.
If they bring out their guns before they shoot me, I go wake up. That's it. Nothing will happen.
Oh my God.
Anyway, the Prince, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you, Baba?
I'm here. I'm still here, Baba.
Hey, I mean, sometimes we go smash. I mean, to say
we need it. We need it. The situation is more depressing than this, Baba. But we do need all this kind of, break and all that.
Life is at stake. Life is at stake, but what you go do? Now, even where they bury somebody, people see they carry beer, they drink near the grave.
You get
So what can we do? We'll keep on marching forward, until we get to the promised land.
Sure.
Baba, respect and greetings once more to Temple of Truth. Thanks for those that have supported our
honestly,
new,
including yourself. I saw your hand too, the Prince.
Baba, what you go do? Just answer our name now.
God bless you.
Baba.
Thank you so
much. So I thank everyone who has supported. It's a privilege to support my good general, honestly.
And it's also a privilege to have people like you around me too. It is not easy. Ask others if it's easy. May they try them.
Thank you, Baba. What is doing for us on this platform, if we have like just five people speaking like him, I believe there will be the revolution we are talking about will be here immediately. Unfortunately, when you see many platforms, they just discuss issue and not hit it on the nail as it's supposed. And life every day, every second that these people in that Aso Rock is a disaster to our life.
It is.
Every minute they are there is a disaster. That's what Nigerians don't know. Amayegu, you see, the thing that they've perfected in doing is this. They are buying time, and the way to buy time is to keep on giving Nigerians a new things to jump on and discuss about and distract them.
To get them distracted and keep them distracted.
You see, when people are being killed in the Middle Belt, and you see the president holding a party in Lagos, and not consigned, it's deliberate. They want you people to boil and forget that they stole your mandate. He stole it and they run away with it and grab it, And today they don't know what to do with the power. They are just in Aso Rock holding, doing party every day. That is what they are doing.
That's right.
It's quite unfortunate because, as you used to say on this platform, lives are involved. Politics is not a game.
It's not.
People are being killed. Children, women, vulnerable are being killed every day in Nigeria because of the consequences of this criminals. To Nigeria, to save, to bring security to Nigeria is not a rocket science. You know, if security is being allowed to go down to the local government, even to our family, each family will have their own security. My brother, you see that this issue of Boko Haram and kidnapping will disappear because the security is localized. It will disappear instantly. These people in Aso Rock, they know all these things, but the thing is that this slavery mentality or slavery ambition, as long as Nigeria are living under that slavery condition, they will not, they cannot revolt. Because if you can defend yourself, then you cannot revolt against slavery. But if you cannot defend yourself, which is the primary role, how can you
primary
graduate?
job of the government to protect
How
lives
can
and
you
properties.
graduate? So it's like a fence, my brother. It's like a fence, the barricade they put out. Before the people to jump and fight for the slavery. Because Nigeria is a
People who are
slavery.
saying that this Ibadan explosion is gas. I am seeing some pictures now. This one don't look like a gas explosion. No. Gas explosion that turned a whole car into two. Tear a car into two.
A bomb.
Demolished buildings. But I'm seeing some pictures here and I'm like, are they really sure this is an explosion? Can you call this one explosion? Now a whole car be this one. You don't jump up into two.
Baba, it is a bomb. Do you remember when in the southeast, whenever, when they have this Syria burning of tankers. You know, before you know it, one tanker is
tanker explosion here and there. It's just a catch fire here and there. I remember.
The fuel will be.
See, if you look at your screen, Prince Jejeman, as you are talking, right?
Yeah.
You will see. Look at this. Is this a gas explosion? They are put one car on top another. Some people, they said some people are even saying it is earthquake. Earthquake in Ibadan. May tomorrow morning come first. Go on, Prince.
It is a bomb. It is a bomb. All these things are orchestrated to distract Nigeria from fighting for their rights, because right there in Aso Rock, what they stolen the mandate of the people and they put the people in bondage. But what I want to tell them in conclusion is this: Baba, they are keeping Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu that they are keeping in detention of Daura Secret Service, that DSS. They should know that it is God's plan that they kidnap. Without God allowing them, they cannot kidnap Nnamdi because they are too small. God allowed them to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu so that he can crack Nigeria from inside. Now in Abuja, their bandits, they'll be the terrorists, they call bandits, is encroaching them, encircling them. It is not ordinary, and they cannot do anything about it. It's not ordinary. This is one thing they should know. As long as they keep holding in Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, an innocent man, and them that are thieves are there in Aso Rock, pumping champagne, they will not have peace. Every day, their mind, their heart will be cutting because BP will be stopping them. That's one thing they should know. My good general, let me stop it here. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much
Keep
for stopping
on your
by.
good work. Your Tikano Mike is going far. I tell you, don't think that what you are doing. What you are doing is not ordinary. It's spiritual. I tell you.
I believe
God
you,
bless
the
you,
Prince.
Baba.
Thank you so much
God
for
bless
stopping
you.
by. Okay, you have a good one too. So that's Prince Jejeman, ladies and gentlemen. The line is still free in case if you too want to add, let's say one or two things, right? So I checked my what do you call it, my GoFundMe, and the donated the fund looks like 26. It looks like a year, a date, like kind of a year, right? 2016. Oh my, I wish I was just gonna be like, leave it like that, or somebody should go and add their £8 to it and make it 2024. But no, the target is 15,000. But it's kind of, Anyway, sorry that I miss your call there. In case if you are the one who tried to get through earlier, maybe we should try it again. Okay, let's try it now. Hello, can you hear me? So, báwo ni o?
Àwórì People's Channel ló ń pè ó.
Kábíyèsí o, kí ti gbé o.
Gbére Ọlọ́run á wà pẹ̀lú yóò ní gbogbo ọ̀dọ̀. Ẹ̀rí ewu lèmi máa dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ lè wà lílẹ̀ yìí. Ṣé ẹ rí gbogbo àwọn lè pera wọn lè politician ní Nàìjíríà? Ọ̀rọ̀ bandit, ọ̀rọ̀ Boko Haram, ọ̀rọ̀ lè wà lílẹ̀. Bá wo gbogbo báwọn bá gbé picture lẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn lè mí ṣe bandit wọ̀nyí. Ẹ rí i pé àwọn kọ́ ló ń ná owó yẹ. Bí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa lè wà líle mọ́ ọjọ́ náà bá pàwọn pọ̀ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kidnap àwọn politician yẹn. Ẹ rí i pé gbogbo àwọn insecurity yẹn ló máa dáwọ́ dúró káṣá. Ìtura àwọn ló mí sponsor wọn, àwọn ló mí ràbọn lé wọn lọ́wọ́, àwọn ló mí gbowó náà mí gbà. Bí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wẹ̀yẹ béèyàn bá sọ fún béèyàn bá gbé fóònù rẹ̀ ṣèyí ké fún orí Buhari ò dáa, orí Tinubu ò dáa.
Àwọn èèyàn wa ti wò pé ti àwọn síta báyìí, àwọn tí wọ́n gbọ́ Yorùbá tó gbọ́ Àwórì o, ṣe lè bá wa máa fi là díẹ̀díẹ̀ báyìí for their sake.
Now my people, the thing where they talk, the talks be say, the people where they sponsor the people who they call this bandit. Now the people will be politicians and they sponsor them. Now make them no want to do anything. Now the money we then spend for all their campaign, now there then they collect all the money back from the people where then give jara up and down. Now then they collect all that money back. The day where our people gathered their strength, begin kidnap all the politicians. Now that day una go see say this banditry go stop straight away. Because now them buy gun give them. Now them buy gun give them all. Now then they sponsor them because no political talk with how the politicians where they want to get money buy guns. If not be politicians, they buy and give them. Same then they take and they go kill people. So the day where we copy the thing where happen for Russia, where happen for Ukraine, where then begin throw all their politicians inside lagoon, begin throw their politicians inside skip. The day where we begin catch them one by one. Now that day all this insecurity go stop. Insecurity no go ever stop because now them they do their harvesting. Now then they harvest organ. They carry and they go give big men. They we don't nearly where then they take they install their new organ, catch people for road, kill them. Nobody go near anything. No. How then they take trace people where be say insult government official from their telephone because they do something for social media. How they know they fit trace people where be say then they take telephone collect money. What they say sincerely the warriors where will they come here? They come fight each other. Now today, Igbo and Yoruba they live together. Now today, Hausa and everybody they live together. Where would they live together? Some of us will get Muslims, some of us will get everybody, all religion there for one place. Yes. Me, I never served Ogun before. Where they say Ogun me gel Ogun, me Ogun Alara ning Gbaja, Ogun ning Gbagbo. What we never do before we become Christian. What do we never do before?
All of that too.
We they live together. We know they fight. No. Now only when these politicians they won't begin do their nonsense, they will come begin to carry one thing, tell us say this person no like you, that one no like you. The time when then they shared money for where then they tell anybody that time their voice they be one. The moment they no agree with each other, then go throw politics give us, then go throw a religion give us, then go throw religion or ethnicity give us, and we say gone then go press our mumu button. They will press our mumu button, then we go begin quarrel each other. If not, beside our head self no correct. We go they hear word from these people, and then go enter one corner, they laugh us. Not being make people like Wike come outside, can't they do nonsense. People like that, is supposed to be for public space. All the people who are not supposed to do public space, now then can't do public space. Even though it's starting from all the universities people, they don't catch all these your professors them where they excommunicate students for school for cheating, and then go come the rig election for people where not even pass primary school. We don't know some people family. We don't know some people picking. They don't get classmates. They don't get anybody. Now only Nigeria now will carry transgender put for power. Person will be saying be woman for school. When in come outside, didn't be man. If not be said, then carry our head to collect by ourselves. Where did they worry all of ourselves? We know they speak English self. The thing we will go do, we not go do. Over Sabi self, they warrior.
Man, I am so happy that you went that route for the sake of those. Do you even imagine how much that is when people who don't understand your brother, what they will miss out on? All of that energy. God bless you that you made that switch.
The day honestly, Baba Mayegu, the day where we begin catch all these politicians, now that day we deliver ourselves. So and forget about even revolution. Now the politicians go, then will carry us in the middle of the night those days. Can't they give us pop for with the chop? Now the only thing that they will just dump us somewhere. Now so now they end. Huh?
So
thank you, my brother. God bless
you. Thank you very much, sir, for this. Okay, I am so kind of like grateful for that. God bless you. You have a good one, So that's a very brilliant one, and I'm glad that he was able to kind of switch for us quickly to deliver that brilliant piece. Here is another caller. Have you liked this broadcast? If I may ask you, watching me. Hello there, by the way.
Hello, Baba Mayegu. I greet you.
I greet you too. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, sir.
Great. So everybody can hear you too. So please go on.
Yeah, we can go. Yeah, what thing I want to contribute tonight is saying that this is a book where they launched today. This is Working Buhari.
Yeah, Femi Additional.
Yeah. That book now disgrace to Nigeria. Which work Working Buhari? Where the Buhari work? Buhari will be say start with the Buhari. Now, they not be only and they people will didn't get generation where we say that country called Nigeria, they are jacking. Buhari we are jack Nigeria from the age of 27 till now. We be saying the 80s or they go 90s, they go the right before that. Additional that man we write that something. Only they turn his head. If like say no. What you write for that book?
Say Working Buhari. Share the book to children so that children will wake up in 10 years time, right? And they'll be reading that Buhari was the greatest president.
Hey, which great idiot, great waiting, great waiting. We say go to sleep for London. It spent 6 months, spend that many years for there. Apart from that one, great waiting.
All this thing over Nigeria is own appointees.
Criminal.
If I see Femi Oponu additional one-on-one, I swear to God, in my dream, I go punch him. You not go do anything because not dream. Trust me.
I tell you.
But that's what they do. That's where he's making his money. Today, his daughter is schooling in America. This was somebody who is editorial at the back of a Punch newspaper. Okay, he's a pastor at Four Square. A struggling guy who is like every regular Nigerian, right? Today, he's also a multimillionaire. All right. And why won't he write a book, Baba? To lie to the coming generation. One day they will write that thiefnubu is the greatest Democrat ever. And they will tell you that you should pass it on to your children. That's why all of us must, please, make sure that these histories, we will write them ourselves, not these criminals. You get that?
No, we need to rewrite that book. That book not lie. No. That book, no. What did they want to say? Buhari will be saying instant from Buhari Diagbon. Will be saying Buhari will be. What did Buhari never do? Buhari will be saying the first person will be start this coup for Nigeria. What did he never do?
The first person to overthrow a democratically elected government in Nigeria is Buhari.
Now him. What did Buhari never do? This one where the Tinubu they say Buhari thank you, Buhari thank you. How many times Tinubu don't say Buhari thank you? He don't pass 10 times. If you record the video, why they always thought that thing? Why? He not say now Buhari do all those things. That election where they do that will not be election now. They just
legitimacy. They don't get legitimacy. You know, saying go the get in own fear too. Say me they no go.
Now.
Me they no go do that.
Me they no go back.
I'm like. You don't even wait to do me this thing. Now people will know what thing we do. So if you see
now,
you will continue to sing his praise, won't he?
I tell you, he know because he know that when Buhari talks say Buhari, people they are say Buhari Buhari na Buhari this year, Buhari this, Buhari discipline. You know they don't go try that nonsense.
If na person will win election, go. You understand? People like Buhari and the rest of them, they will be panicking right now.
I tell you, say because men not come prove them for their corruption, for their duping, where they looting, where they do, they go they fear.
No, but these ones are not afraid. They don't fear anything. There's just no say now they are turned to be used for media trial, like Buhari used other people for media trial. After a few months, everybody will forget about that. They will move on because there will be more scandals. There will be more scandals to deal with under thiefnubu than what thiefnubu want to show you about Buhari. Nigeria is done for. That's enough, share, Baba. I don't like you. There is no direction.
I tell you,
where anybody is going. Nowhere.
Nowhere. Because the thing, if you don't look at the cabal, the way where they put them, the cabal now, anything where they do now, the only those cabal where we say them the gang. Now then you go they see there. All the other people where we say they make the local man, the real normal man, they not even do nothing because the cabal they just see them now, just there where we say they say that book today now, see them now, see them still there. This from a former you go they see this Buhari, this that man, them and that country.
Jobless Yusuf in the midst too. You don't see jobless Yusuf inside his mom. Where Buhari's son Yusuf, that one will crash 50 million naira power bike. He's jobless, so he don't get job. But he's married.
You see him now.
He was there. You should have seen him. He was there too.
Very soon now, they go find one something still give him for Tinubu's something.
You don't say the former first son. He don't get his own estate already from the old like Jess. He just live with it, and his own children will also live with it. It's only in the future. Sure, you get they go say they don't appoint Buhari's son as minister. That time, Buhari, if he don't die, sure you get. And around that time, just to kind of get more to maintain the new lifestyle for his own. But if they don't break Nigeria up, right? Nigeria will break so many people beyond repair. And it's not just people, families. It's already happening anyway.
Hey, it they happen every day. People they will say, man, they just now people just they will say they just they see and they just they do as if they know they see and they just they do as if not be okay. See Tinubu where we say they go there for Lagos Island. People they tell and they say hungry data or we not they hungry or we they do this, we they do that. He can't go now. So they talk say the economic is getting better. People are doing this, they do that. What thing they do?
So person will tell himself say everywhere is fine. People are now happy. You think he will still feel like say he has to do something? Is that not a sign?
He not go do anything.
You're on your own, no.
Say things they work. Where things they work for where people will be saying, man, people they cry, they do everything. Even see for this Abuja window for in backyard. Now there kidnapper they go people out. They do for in backyard for just for for back of the house. Where they for Abuja they now those things they happen. And you know they talk all those things.
They have done so well. Economy is improving.
Done so well.
It's improving. Everything is going well. If you can't say about they kidnap us now, shut up your mouth now because say you hate this government. Is it today they are kidnapping people? Shut up your mouth, Joe. And then you'll be like, but you are the one who said the kidnapping has stopped. They say, now it has stopped. You enemy of Tinubu, there's nothing it does that makes
Tinubu.
You say, Baba, we are talking about security. Please don't change the conversation, okay? You said the security has improved. Everybody is safe now, but that's a lie. And you know that.
It's a lie, big one.
You know what? Don't turn it into I don't like thiefnubu. That's why I'm saying it. But you know it's a lie. And I hope people will be
It's a big one.
Anyway, Baba, thank you so much, okay? Let me take another one.
You are welcome. Okay, bye-bye. Good night. You. Okay. Well, love. You.
Yes, man. Again, the line is free. All right. I know a lot of you have been like, no, you should tell them to just speak for 5 minutes. Sometimes, right? if the line is busy, like if I have more people trying to get in, and you're hearing that pop, that means the line is busy. I can easily hurry people up. Like, say, you know what? It wasn't that busy. All right. So let me take this. Hello there.
Good, Masha.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. Well done, my brother.
Thank you very much, sir. Baba.
How is life? How is everything? Hope all is well. How is your family?
Same of the same. I can't really complain, right? But thank you so much for asking. All right. Thank you.
God be the glory.
Yes, sir. Please.
To the point, Mayegu, this year, what they call this, something that you showed on the screen, something like a complimentary card that bears for the, I'm talking of for the free donations.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just want to ask you, if someone wants to do transfer, let's say from his own account direct to your addition, how will it be? Because I touched PayPal or what they call it. I couldn't. It couldn't give me any link at all.
Okay. What happened is that that PayPal, right? You will need to copy the entire link and put it in a browser. You see that from where it started from www, you copy everything and you put it in a browser.
Yeah.
That will take you straight to a page where you can easily just make such donations. But I think you are going to need your debit card to be able to make that donation. I don't think direct bank donation will really, because it's going to be asking for your bank details like sort code, your bank account number and all those. But with your debit card, if you have a debit card, that's what you can really use.
Yeah, because here we are using something like we call it postpay evolution. It's account direct from a post office.
Okay.
So they have the app. So if I want to send money to downtown in anything, just for me to enter with the account number, your own account, my bank account, your name, phone number. That's all.
Right? Okay, I'll put. I don't know if you probably will be able to do that to the UK account without the IBAN number. Okay, but what I'm going to do is that.
Yeah, IBAN. Yeah, it's international IBAN. Yes, that is it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So is that the one you're okay? Now, what I'm going to do is that I will copy one now. All right, and then I will put it in the comments. Okay, because it's public anyway. That's the same for the Diaspora Radio Bank account details. Okay, the IBAN for it. Since the account is public.
Yes, IBAN, yes.
So I'll put that in the comments, okay? And everyone else who probably will prefer to do bank transfer internationally and all that, they could do same. So I'll do that. Thank you very much, okay, for your for your thoughtfulness.
Yeah. We have to do it. We are all ones. We have to do it because this particular place that you want to move on. I mean the temple of the truth himself.
Yes.
I know for the future. I think, as I told you the other time, I think that will be the place that all of us we are saying in order to program the downfall of this country, Nigeria, because we are tired of the. I personally am tired of that country. For us, people are calling to Temple of the Truth and giving the contribution, so on and so forth. It's time for us to put action, my brother, to practice action.
Thank you very much.
That is it.
And
but
then, there are some certain things that we can't really say publicly that indeed all we need is just to tell ourselves that we need to see. And everyone who knows what that means, then people can, men can actually meet and put all
together. Yes.
Yeah, this talk. We can put them into action for real.
Because that is I said it last time. It's time for us to. Because.
Yeah, go on.
That is it, my brother. It's time for us. It's time for us to make a move. At least so that, we show them that what is happening in that downtown of the zoo country. We know the idea of it. All those rubbish, all those treasures that they're acting, especially Oga Tinubu and so on and so forth. It will come to an end, my brother. It's too much. Just okay. Have a nice time.
Thank you, Baba. I will, and you too. All right. So you can look at that comment.
Okay.
All right? You will see those details.
Yes. Try to put it on so that Okay. Thank you very much once again. Keep it on. You are the field marshal.
Bless you, Baba. Brethren.
The field marshal.
Yes, sir. I know. See, the problem is that the network seems to be like going back and forth. Myself and my caller, we couldn't really like flow because it's like delayed. What you could delayed convo. So I don't know what it takes to send money internationally. Okay, but I just know that there is IBAN. There is a Swift code or something. What's it called? NIC or something. Well, I will leave both there, including, I don't know. I'll just leave everything there to everyone who might want to go that route as well. I don't know how it works. Okay. And I advise that if you want to make any kind of such donations from your base, do not, make any major contribution at first. You can just send £5 or $5. All right. Be sure that the information actually works well so that you don't lose money. I don't know what it is that, like I said, I don't know how it works. And I don't want you to lose your money that you can never get back. Okay. So please, when you want to use it, if anybody wants to use that information, just make sure that you are not making any substantial donation first. So just try $1, $2, or $5, or whatever, right? Try that. And if everything is fine, then you can possibly make your donation and then, okay? Thank you. I have a caller who is waiting as well. Hello. Can you still hear me or I've lost you? There is something about our people, right? Sometimes if you're a first-time caller, I could pick your call and put you on hold. And you'll be hearing me talk. But nobody will hear you, okay? Because I'm going to put you on hold. So some people will just kind of cut off and say, okay, let me try again later. Maybe he hasn't, I've already picked the call, just wait there. You'll be hearing my voice. When it is time, I will release your voice to everyone, okay? So thank you so much. I have another caller here. Hello.
Uncle Mayegun Beatrice.
Hey, our lady. How are you, ma?
I thank God you've been cracking me up and down.
How is your health today, ma'am? Oh.
I'm a lot better today. I didn't cough much yesterday.
I think you even sounded better too. So thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Even the man with the dream, I wrote that probably they want to kidnap him, or he should be very careful. They want to arrest him. But you should be careful.
So that's what that sounded like. I mean, that's what that would kind of mean, right?
Yeah, that's
there's
what
nothing good that will probably come from these guys than,
because they're monitoring all of us who are talking on your line. Nobody knows. So the best thing is for him to be careful.
To be careful. And he's a regular person who actually goes to Nigeria at least once or twice a year. So
yes, so you should be careful because these people have no conscience. Imagine Emilio glorifying what do you call him? Buhari. Imagine.
And Nigerians who are the victims of his misrule, they are listening and they are seated there like
yeah, and they'll be glad. This man served half of his term in London. Maybe more than half.
Now he's the best after sliced bread.
Yeah, and then he said that African youths are lazy.
Yes.
He said that if anybody disturbs him after retirement, he will deal with them. They have so much impunity, They have so much impunity. Like the suggestion somebody made, the guy that was speaking your language and changed to...
Yes, so my worry.
I'm telling you. Yeah, maybe they should change style. Before we start the group or everybody coming out to revolt, maybe anywhere somebody will come bring us someone okun abi.
I know. And so also do.
Sinodo. Yeah, because the nonsense is too much. I mean, these people are just there. This Dr. Edu woman, before you know it now, the whole thing will just die down there.
As usual now, like she's not going to go to jail anyway, like nothing.
No, and that is in terms of billions. So she will never be poor again. She doesn't even need to go into politics anymore because she has enough. Excuse me. I'm sorry, excuse me.
It's all right.
So this is what Nigeria has been suffering. They don't come there because they want to help anybody. And the reason they don't want us to divide is because the crude oil that is not coming from where they are, from their own states or where they are based, they are the ones enjoying the money of the crude oil. Are you getting me?
I'm with you, man.
An average Rivers, Biafran, whatever, have no access to the money. So it is these people that have all the access. So they make it impossible. So they use tribalism, hatred to divide us, so that, because if we go apart, it will just a couple of years, every state will stand on its own, you understand? But they know while they are milking from the land right now, and nobody's checking them. If it becomes a divided state or country, many countries in this our country, it will be easy to know what everybody is doing.
That's right.
And so they don't have something they don't know. Even the oil wells are owned by them. The oil wells are owned by them. So they are, sometimes I want to get a headache from this matter, and it makes me feel that even these people that are fighting River State, all these other places,
and others,
there's something they need to sit down and say, come on here. How can we be in our house? Somebody comes from elsewhere and is the one digging everything under our ground, under the floor of our house, and still killing us, attacking us. If you look at the whole thing very well, that's why they don't want unity in Nigeria. They don't want people to cooperate because they are the ones milking the country. And they have...
In chaos, they profit from the chaos.
Exactly.
They profit from the division. They profit from almost everything, including the poverty they created too. They still continue to milk everything.
All. Have you gone to that place where this crude oil comes from?
No.
The people are suffering there. Even the fish they used to farm on before, they can no longer go to the
whole area, the whole land has been like
the people
polluted.
Are totally terrorized. I researched them when I was doing my master's. They are totally terrorized. You understand me?
I do.
So, and these people who do not have anything, who they just want to milk that oil and dry it, but they cannot finish it. So if we start what that guy has suggested, maybe it will help. Are you getting me?
I'm with you.
So my dear brother, I don't want to cough again.
Thank you, ma. You need more rest, by the way, okay? And I hope the cough, you say you probably haven't really coughed that seriously today. So I know that some of these coughs are so like, they can be very, very hurtful. Like, and the chest and all that.
Call it a chesty cough.
Do you get? So I hope it's no longer that strong anymore. It's like
no, I couldn't call you before New Year. I was totally down.
Oh dear.
I was coughing every second the whole night. Even I was afraid for my neighbors. So, but now it's better. But maybe because I talked a little bit much, and then I started coughing.
And then you've laughed as well. God knows how deep. I mean, how kind of I don't know how much you laugh, right? But sometimes you can laugh and just start coughing, like
No, I'm a very happy person naturally.
Bless you, ma'am.
When I was 7 months in the hospital, one day one doctor that is not my doctor came into the room where they kept me in a private room.
Right.
So he said, he's sorry, madam, I'm not your doctor, but I want to know what is going on in this room, because every doctor and nurse that comes out from here, they're all laughing. They are all happy. So I'm telling you, I was lying down there. I said, so you want them to cry?
That's where he also started his own. I can imagine.
So he started smiling, laughing, and then he said, take good care of yourself, madam.
Absolutely.
You know, so that laughter and happiness is a cure of its own.
Oh,
you know, I was born to be a happy person.
That's amazing.
So, you know, I've passed through a lot. Yeah, I've passed through a lot, but I will always be a happy person.
And you should.
Yeah,
always
my
be
dear
happy.
brother.
Yeah, ma'am.
I do well, and I wish all Nigerians listening well. We shouldn't be afraid. God will help us. These people will never be there forever.
They won't.
God will get rid of all of them one by one.
Amen. Thank you so much, my lady. Get some rest, okay? And you have a good evening. Good night, ma'am. All right?
Thank you so much.
Take
Bye.
care. Yes, ma'am. So that's something that you can go and possibly sleep over. Possibly sleep over it and say, okay, one thing about her is that she's not just an happy woman. I can tell you that she is also a very godly person too. Okay, she's somebody who believes that when the right things are done, prayers can be answered. A few times she's been misunderstood as well on this platform, but you can tell, like when she says she's an happy person, right? She never let any of those get to her. So God bless you, ma'am, for always being part of this. Okay. Here we are. I have another caller, by the way, and I'm kind of suspecting this is going to be the African Wahala, if I'm right. Prince Adewale,
yeah,
the African Wahala. Is that you?
Yes, sir. It's me, my brother.
Amazing.
Good
How are you
evening.
today, because I can only sort of refer to your time when you joined me on this program as day, not evening, from Canada. African Wahala.
Yeah.
How's your day?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, it's going very well. I'm still in the middle of work, but I just had to quickly chip in when I heard our lovely auntie, Madam Beatrice. She made a comment on the Niger Delta and the oil. Did you know that Shell has pulled out of Nigeria? Shell BP.
I read that today. So Nigeria crude oil is no longer profitable for them. So the oil exploration in Nigeria is no longer profitable for them. That's what they said. And they left.
Yeah. For me, the implication of this is, Ken Saro-Wiwa, when he was killed because he was protesting against the damage done by Shell to the farmlands and the environment, the rivers, the farmers became poor, the fishermen no longer could fish. Now, those people are extremely poor. Shell BP sold off their company or their shares within the Nigerian space to some local companies. Let's forget about all that long talk. It's not going to be to the benefit of anybody except the local companies, whom are mostly owned by these same ragtag criminal politicians.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, it's like everybody sees that the carcass of Nigeria is what is left. So all these parasites have come. Shell was operating in Nigeria for 1 century, 100 years, and it has sucked it dry. In the process of sucking it dry, it made multi-billionaires from all over the world. Their CEOs from America, from Britain, and then it made multi-billionaires in Nigeria, the criminal politicians from the military era up until today. Now they've all left, and the people are poorer than ever. The environment is still degraded, and it's just a mess. I just wanted to put that out there for people to understand the wickedness that is going on, because not a lot of people have access to this information. I read it somewhere. I was lucky, and I'm glad you also read it. So yeah, that's why I called it today.
Thank you. The African Wahala.
Yes, sir.
I bet that a lot of people are not just they do not just need to hear it. They need to understand the implication of what that means. And if they cannot reach the state of understanding, somehow people like yourself who had to kind of put it out there, like you said, will make them understand. Nigeria is folding up. And those who have taken wherever they could, and they believe that the carcass is what is left. and they would rather cut their losses now than continue to help lie to themselves like other Nigerians that think maybe Nigeria will still work. If those who have been around for nearly 100 years, a century, are living crude oil that we know we don't want anymore, keep your oil, then you still think something is not wrong, and somebody somewhere is still thinking this contraption can still last. All right. So it's so important that you have to put out there the Africa Wahala. So thank you for doing it. Okay.
Thank you, my brother.
You have a good
night,
sir. All right. Good night. So
you
that's
too.
The African Wahala there. Information, laugh info. Info. Thank you, my brother. Info, laugh info. When you have access to the right information, you are less vulnerable to people who are going to use religion to manipulate you. You will never be vulnerable. Right information. Here we go. Hello there. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Mayego. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you, Baba?
I'm fine, sir. I'm fine, sir. How you doing?
I'm great. So you and I should just talk, okay? Ignore that broadcast now. Leave that TV. Just listen to the phone, because you and I are now producing. Other people are going to be listening to us. So you don't listen to the TV anymore. Just you and I. So tell me, what is your views about all that we have shared tonight? Because I know that's why you are calling. No doubt, yeah?
Oh, first of all, my name is Fine Chuku Patrick.
Chuku Patrick.
Fine Chuku Patrick.
That's quite a beautiful name.
Omo Bariga.
Yeah.
Omo Bariga Lobimisi. This is my first time calling. I really thank God that I'm fortunate to be accepted tonight, because it's been a while. I've been watching you, following you.
Right.
Much excited in this your program. You have actually touched so many lives. Those that actually participated, listening to you, following you. But today I'm fortunate to be called to be answered, because I'm a big fan of yours.
Yeah, the feeling is actually mutual.
Yeah.
Because the same way you feel right now is the same way I'm feeling.
Yeah.
I'm speaking to you for the first time. I have no idea how long you've been in that shadow, right? Admiring the work and all that. So when I'm lucky, when you say, I am so lucky that you picked my call, and I'm like, I'm so lucky to have been speaking to you too. Because without this, I may never have the chance of speaking to you. So the feeling is mutual, Baba, just so you know. And I keep telling everybody. You see, when I speak to those who are regulars, they're like veterans. I'm like, oh, he's here. Yeah, no, that. But you see, when I speak to my fans, my friends for the first time, and they feel so good. I'm speaking to you, Mayegun, you have no idea. I said, listen, it's mutual. Okay? You have no idea I'm feeling too. Yeah? So it's a pleasure, Ifeanyi, Baba. Such a pleasure to be speaking to you tonight, Baba.
Thank you. My own contribution will be, just to add to what you have been telling us, and mine will not be different, but just like to put a light on it.
At least in your words, yes. Please.
In my own words,
yes,
the situation in Nigeria is so bad that we can't keep imagining why there cannot be action taken to make sure, at least, to give us that glimpse of hope that they have the passion and the interest of the people.
Beyond words.
But at the same time, we keep crying. They keep on falling dead ear, as if we are nothing, or we cannot be heard, or we cannot be our voice cannot be accepted or listened to. So I feel we can't stop talking. We keep on talking. We keep on agitating for our right to freedom, our right for expression, our right to our dignity, to things that makes us a country. Even though we know that they are all flaws and they are playing political religion to make us look as if we don't know what we're doing. But all I want to say is that, Baba, just keep it going. That all your efforts, we are here to keep our hope alive, and also believe that as a nation, this way the nation has been created, cannot function in this manner, and we cannot be one in this way that things are going. No matter how they pretend,
like
or
this,
no matter how they feel like they can actually make us feel we can carry on. It will always have, it will always expire, because
you know what I mean.
Nothing bad can last. It can only take some time, but it is flawed and it is flawed.
That's right.
So light persists over darkness.
That's right.
So Baba, God bless you for putting enlightenment in us. To be frank, after Nnamdi Kanu, after his arrest, I've never seen any other platform that have given us this kind of glimpse of education. No, I've never seen, because I have always been that passionate in politics, but politics of good, not of evil.
Yeah, not
like the way they play in our country. So, Baba, now our language is our identity, and I believe that is what we stand for. Let us have a glimpse of right to live, a good glimpse of
self-determination is not a death sentence.
Baba, Yoruba Nation, I stand for Yoruba Nation. I stand from Biafra. I stand for Ijo Youth. I stand for everything, because our language is our identity, and that alone can actually give us what we want. Thank you, Baba. God bless you.
I am so grateful that I picked the call again, all right? And I hope that I'll be lucky to speak to you again. Or you probably make it a regular so that I can get used to you too, right? Ify, God bless you for this tonight.
But I will drop a message. I will drop a message so that my number will be special.
Don't worry. It's not even like, it's simply the voice. You know what is really special that I always try to master, okay, is the voice of all of you. You won't believe it. If I go blind tomorrow, that I can't see anyone, I can begin to mention some names just because they are on the phone. I say, hello, is that not who is that? Ken? Is that Ken? I say, yeah, my ego, it is Ken. I say, oh yeah, Ken. Is that Prince JJ Man? Oh, who is that? Oh, is that Ifeanyi? I say, yeah, that's Ifeanyi. I say, I can hear you. So it's about the voice. And that's why I said that if you keep it on, like you make it regular, I would get used to it too. I really want to, like, to everyone too. All right, Baba? Well, thank you.
I will, Baba. God bless you. Good night.
You have a good one.
Thank you so much.
Baba. So my last call is going to be that of Jima Gudu, my brother. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Marigun. Good evening, Marigun.
Good evening to you, Baba. How are you tonight?
I'm fine, Marigun. How is the family?
Well, we are here, right? Thank you for asking.
See, another banger don't happen again for Niger.
We don't drop a move.
Okay. I wanted to remind you. I'm sorry. I wanted to remind you. It's very funny news for me.
Yes, sir.
Do you know that the Nigerian Police Command in Kano has integrated 222 ex-repentant thugs into the Nigerian police?
Oh, where have you been, Jima? We treated that 2 days ago.
Oh boy, I don't even know.
I was like talking about, you've been hearing about repentant Boko Haram. You've been hearing about repentant bandits. When I don't hear repentant thugs before, Papa, they come say na constabulary police, they won't put it. Papa, Nigeria police is constabulary police anyway. What do you mean? This one are constabulary, not like Papa, I saw it too. So it shocked you.
Oh boy. Oh boy. He shocked me. He shocked me.
Is gone. So you get living in a borrowed time.
So you have repentant thugs in your police, and you have repentant terrorists and kidnappers in your army and navy and air force.
Yes.
Because the other day I saw one video where police, soldier, they beat one guy, say they wear army uniform. What is going on? What is going on with these people? See, when I know they think, this guy now for Abuja now, because they don't go kidnapping family for Abuja, for inside capital territory, they go kidnapping family. I hear say North people don't they shout everywhere. We will do this. We will haram. We will protest. When it was Buhari, protest was haram.
They never choose date too. They go protest for
when it happened to people in Benue. Did you come out to protest? No. When it happened to people in Plateau, did you come out and protest? No. When it happened to people in Southern Canada, did you come out and protest? No. So now they've kidnapped one of your own. So everybody should now.
Yima, may I tell you? You know the saddest one, right? The same terrorists that kidnapped the family that they killed that man's daughter, right? The same terrorists that kidnapped them also kidnapped another family, but that one they are like from Ekiti. They didn't tell us. They make it look like terrorists came to the estate and they kidnap that Muslim family.
So those ones are not. Those ones don't have relatives. They're not. They don't have loved ones.
No. They didn't mention them.
They're not important. No. They're not rich, right?
Not really. Not because they are not rich. Now they want now, Jima.
No, and that's one Nigeria now.
Nuisance now.
Now one Nigeria for you with that. So when something happens to me because I'm not from your ethnic group, it's not. You can't come out and protest. It's none of your business because your guy is at the top. But now that your guy is not at the top and you're experiencing...
He gave 50 million, right? Now they increased it to 100 million because of this your family from Ekiti. Have you heard from them since then? The crowdfunding? Nobody will hear from them again.
You're crowdfunding for terrorists who just told you in the video that you just played that when we collect the money, we use the money to buy more rifles.
Yes.
How does that make sense? Or Nigeria.
Let's just do the Lord's Prayer, like like our Lady Beatrice will say. Let's just God will just come out. So because of that, we just say, well, in this regard, let's just do the Lord's Prayer for Nigeria because at this point, Nigeria cannot be saved. But some people are still living.
Give them.
It's all right. Don't worry. My prayer to you, my prayer for them, Yuma, is that if you don't believe that Nigeria is done for, one of these days, your picture will be on my screen. All right? Not because you have been the first class student in Nigeria. I'll be the best of this. No. It's because you are probably in the kidnappers' den. And I want to tell others who are afraid to say that they can't join you soon. If they too still
they will use your picture.
Yuma.
They will use your picture for example.
Reference
too. That's not
the reference. Example for you have a good one. Say me well to the big man, okay? Nice one. So that's Yima there. Meanwhile, I have seen people. I actually was like, maybe somebody was going to do that and just make us laugh on my GoFundMe. So somebody went, I was expecting somebody to go there and just add £8 to the 2016. But instead of that, people have gone there to go and add their their own extra. So like £30 has been donated by amazing people who feels like no, it should be 2046. That's what I have on my paper. On my GoFundMe now. £2,046. So thank you to everybody, the callers, my sharers, commenters, the likers, and everyone. Our time is up. And I did my best to make sure that I make it up to us tonight. Right? We didn't start early, but we end up using all our time. Those who are still trying to call in, the time is up. I will see you some other time. But please, if you are still here with me, do me that favor. It's called honor. Come on now. Don't leave the comment section and just close the app and go to bed. Like the broadcast. I am going to see it in the morning. Everyone that liked it. And I hope it's going to be one of yours, right? And then subscribe to my channel. And thank you that we've now crossed not just the 90,000, we've crossed the 91,000. We are now approaching 92,000 subscribers on YouTube. So hopefully soon we're going to get to that 100,000 subscribers and on up to maybe 100 million too, right? Anyway, you all have a wonderful evening from wherever you are. I will see you again. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Ayébi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Ayébi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun Diary Ayébi #1. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary. àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún dáyàrí dáyìbí nọ́mbà wán. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí. Máyégún dáyàrí dáyìbí nọ́mbà wán. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún dáyàrí dáyìbí nọ́mbà wán. Máyégún dáyàrí dáyàrí pòlítíkò. Máyégún dáyàrí dáyìbí nọ́mbà wán. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún. Máyégún dáyàrí dáyìbí nọ́mbà wán. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Máyégún dáyàrí dáyìbí nọ́mbà wán. Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ o làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó. Máyégún dáyàrí dáyìbí nọ́mbà wán. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Bí gómìnà gbówó jẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.